Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be showing us how to cut and sew this simple bubu dress with an open back, a rope on the neckline, and also elastic on the waist and inner belt. If this looks like something you are interested in, kindly watch this video to the end. Do not forget to like and share. We are going to be needing about 2 to 3 yards of fabric if you are making a short length, and if you are making it a longer length, then you are going to need up to 4 to 5 yards depending on the measurement, the length and the height of the person. Here with me I have this Ankara fabric and it is 2 yards. The measurement you are going to be needing for this dress is your dress length, shoulder measurement, sleeve length, hip circumference and bust point measurement. The only difference between the short and the long is just the length. So if you want to make the longer version of this style, you are going to follow the same process, but you are going to increase the length of your dress. So now to start with, I'm going to take the length of this gown. I'm going to be using all the length of this fabric as the length of my bubu. So the way we are going to be cutting this, we are going to be cutting it together. Okay, you're going to be cutting both the front and the back together. It is only when we want to cut out the neckline that we are going to separate it. So the first thing you want to do is to fold your fabric into 4 like this. So you are going to fold your fabric into 2 first, then you are going to fold it into 2 again to give you 4 layers. Okay, so after folding, you should have a folded edge at the top and also a folded edge at the other side like this. Okay, so on this upper part is where we are going to take the shoulder length divided by 2 and the sleeve length. First thing is to take your shoulder measurement divided by 2 and mark the point. Then after that you are going to take your sleeve length measurement. Depending on where you want the bubu to get to, that is the measurement you are going to use for the sleeve. But for this one, I'm going to be using all the measurement that I have left, and this is about 15 inches. So I'm going to use 1 inch to fold it. That means I'm going to be having 14 inches. So the 14 inches is going to go below my elbow a little bit. After that, you come here and you take your neck width measurements. The neck width ranges between 3 to 4.5 inches. You can use 5 inches if you want it to be wide. And for the front neck depth, you go down by 2 inches because the depth of the front is not that low, okay, except for the back. For the neck width of the back, you are going to use the same neck width used for the front for the back. It is only the depth that will be different. You are going to decide on how deep you want it to be. Normally it should get to your waistline, but if you don't want it to get to your waistline, then you are going to decide on the measurement. So for me, I'm going to be reducing about 2 inches from my original waist measurement. My shoulder to waistline is 15 inches. Subtract 2 inches, so I have 13 inches left. So the length of my back depth that I'm using now is 13 inches. On that line, you go in by the measurement you use on the neckline. I use 3.5 for the neck width, so I'm going to be using 3.5 for this one as well. You can decide to have an inverted line. You can decide to have a smaller measurement at the down part, and you can also decide to have the same measurements at the down part. After that, you're going to come to the hem of your sleeve like this, and you're going to determine the opening of the sleeve. For you to determine that, you measure up to your bust point plus 1 inch. From your shoulder, you measure down to your bust point plus 1 inch. Whatever your bust point is, you add 1 inch to it, and that line you are going to mark and connect like so. I hope you get my explanation. From your shoulder, you measure down to your bust point plus 1 inch. So on this line now, you are going to take your hip circumference divided by 4. Whatever you get, you add about 3 to 4 inches to it, and you measure and mark on this line. I hope you get what I say. So you are going to divide your hip circumference by 4, then you are going to add 3 to 4 inches to whatever measurement you get. So my hip is 36 divided by 4, that is 9. So then I added 4 inches to the 9 inches, that gives me 13 inches. So I mark the 13 inches on that line and I make it straight down a little bit. So when you are connecting these points, you can connect straight down and you can just bring it out a little bit depending on how you want the down part to be. And here you are going to create a slight curve just to create something like an hammer. Okay, next thing is to cut it out. So the way you are going to be cutting this out, it is only this side that you are going to cut equally. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and cut according to the line that I marked. So just pay close attention to the way I'm cutting it. So after that, now we're going to cut out the front neckline first. You cut out the front neckline first because it is smaller than that of the back neckline. Then after that, you are going to notch the shoulder point. Make sure you notch it because by the time we open it up, you know that there is no joining on the shoulder. So for us to know where exactly the shoulder joint is, so you notch it. So after that, now you are going to open up this fabric. You separate the front from the back. Okay, you fold it separately. So guys, I'm done folding. So after that, you are going to arrange it. As you can see, this is the back 9, so you can cut it out as a square and you can decide to create a slight curve at the edge. Okay, but I'm going to maintain this square line, so you're just going to cut out that back part like so. That's going to be for the back. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do now is to cut out a facing for this part. You are going to use a Ankara fabric to cut out a facing. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to do that off camera. You're going to be cutting out the facing the way we used to cut for our basic bodies. So you can go ahead and take your measurements for whatever you have there, so you know how to cut out the facing. So guys, I'm done cutting the facing. My fabric is not that much, so I just find a way to manage and cut out the facing, and this is what I have. Okay, so you can decide on the wideness of your facing. If you have enough fabric, just place the fabric underneath the neckline and cut it out, but make sure it is on fold. After that, you're going to turn to the right side of the fabric and you're going to be placing the right side of the facing on the right side of the fabric. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then you are going to stitch around, but before that, we are going to insert the rope. So here is what I'm going to be using for the rope that you're going to tie at the back neckline. So depending on how long you want it to be, but the least should be 20 inches long. Okay, so I have these 2 pieces which I'm going to use for the neckline, and I'm going to use this other one for the inner belt. Okay, but that will be later. So I'm just going to go ahead and stitch this rope now. So guys, I'm done sewing the rope, and this is what we have. We have 2. You're going to have 2. So now back to the facing. So what you're going to do now, you're going to place the rope at the back. So from that point that we notched earlier, you're going to measure down to about 1 inch, and that is where you're going to place the rope. And even measure down to up to 2 inches, depending on where exactly you want the rope to be. Okay, so you're going to place the rope in between the facing and the fabric. Okay, what I'm doing now, I'm just trying to pin the facing down, then I'm going to take it to my sewing machine, then I'm going to go ahead and stitch it as I'm done sewing. And this is what we have, and as you can see, the rope is in between. By the time I flip the facing inside, the rope is going to be outside. Now the next thing, now we are going to, do not forget that we have elastic band that we are going to be inserting at the back here. So when you're done with that, you are going to flip to the wrong side of the fabric and you are going to notch the edges. Do not forget to notch the edges, so that by the time you want to flip the facing inside to the wrong side, it will be easier. Okay, so do not forget that we have an elastic band that we want to insert, but before we do that, we need to work on the facing first. The first thing you want to do is to notch the edges like so, so that it will be easier for you to flip the facing to the wrong side. Okay, and secure it with your hemming gum or your hemming stitch. So you notch the back, you notch the front neckline as well. And when you are sewing, I suggest you put hemming gum, so that by the time you iron it, the facing and the fabric, everything is just going to hold the facing and the fabric together. Okay, so the next thing is to insert the elastic band around the waistline. That is the end, this end here. So for us to be able to do that, we are going to be creating a casing. I'm going to stitch about 1/2 inch, and that is where we are going to insert the elastic. It is just the normal way you create a casing for your elastic band. So when you want to sew the casing, you are going to start about 1 inch or 2 inches before the end of the back neckline. So for you to know how many inches of elastic you are going to use, you measure whatever you have all together, you divide it by 2 and you subtract 1 inch or 2 inches, depending on how stretchy the elastic is. So I'm going to stitch it around from one end, from this point to the other side. So guys, I'm done sewing. I guess you can see the line. I purposely use a contrasting thread, a white thread, so that we can see the line. So the next thing now is to insert the elastic. Okay, you're going to insert from one end to the other, just like the way you insert to your sleeve or any way you want to insert elastic. It's just the same way. So where you start from, you secure it with a pin so that the elastic will not go inside. You bring it out on the other side and stitch it down on both ends. I hope you get the way I explained it. If you do not understand, just watch what I'm doing closely. Okay, you're going to insert from one end like this. You bring it out on the other side and you stitch the end of the elastic. So guys, I'm done inserting it, and as you can see, I'm just going to take the sewing machine and I'm going to stitch it down on both sides to secure the elastic from falling inside. Do you understand my English? Then I'm going to fold the edge of the facing. I'm going to stitch it and I'm going to use hemming gum to secure it together. So guys, never mind, the weather has changed. It's about to rain, so I have to put on my lighting. So I've inserted the elastic, and this is how it's going to look like. So the next thing now is to join the sides together. Okay, I'm going to join the side, but before I join the side, I'm going to go ahead and fold the hem of this sleeve opening. So guys, I have went ahead to fold the hem of the sleeve. So the next thing now is to join the side. So guys, now I've stitched the side, so I forgot to attach the inner belt before sewing the side. So you are going to do this before you sew the side. You place the inner belt. So I already went ahead to stitch the rope for the inner belt. So you are going to place it at the back like this. I'm going to place the inner belt at the edge of the opening like so on both sides at the end of the back depth. I hope you get the way I explained it. So you have to do that before you stitch the side, so it will make it more easier. Okay, so but since I forgot, I'm going to do this before now. So and once you're done with that, you fold the hem of your gown and you're good to go. So guys, that will be all for this tutorial. This is what we have at the end of the day. So the way you are going to style this, the first thing you want to do after putting on the dress is to tie the inner belt. That is what will make it firm to your body. You have to tie the inner belt, then you are going to tie the rope around the neckline. So the way you are going to tie the rope to make it comfortable, you tie it first, you adjust it, then you are going to tie it again, so that it will not be too close to your neckline at the front, it will not be too tight. And as you can see, the back lace, the reason why the back lace to my body is because I already tied the inner belt. If you do not tie the inner belt, it will not be firm to your body like that. And with this, we have come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to like this video. Please share this video, drop your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are yet to do so. So we meet again in my next tutorial. Bye bye.